What is up, motherfuckers? Welcome to the Tale of Two Cities' very first podcast. My name is Vinny. I'm with my two friends, Matt and RJ, and we're going to be a primarily sports podcast, but we're going to get into pretty much everything. So say what's up, guys.
What's up?
What's up?
All right, so first, I guess we'll start off with the NBA. Matt, what did you think of the All-Star game?
That sucked.
Why did it suck?
No defense.
Yeah, but there's no defense in any
Yeah,
All-Star
but they should
game.
play defense in the All-Star game. They should make it a real game, but I don't know. There's a lot of dunking.
Yeah, but they really don't play defense to the fourth quarter because they really want to win the game overall.
Yeah, it's always just dunks until the last 2 minutes.
Just a bunch of dunks. It gets boring after the second quarter.
Yeah, but
I mean, it was only a 10-point game, so.
Isaiah managed to score 20 points, though.
Yeah,
and he tried to dunk, too. That was kind of funny.
You know, I have to say one thing, too. I looked at the minutes. I'll actually pull it up. I looked at the minutes, and everyone on the East had even minutes, like anywhere from 19 to 23 minutes. But then on the West, everyone who played for, except for Westbrook and Harden, everyone who played for the Warriors got a shit ton of minutes, and Anthony Davis, and then everyone else was like just lower. Even, I think DeMarcus Cousins played 3 minutes.
DeMarcus Cousins played 2 minutes. I mean, yeah. Same thing. Played 2 minutes, and it was a little fishy.
Yeah, and KD got a triple-double, and the only people who have done that is like LeBron, Jordan, I forget the other person.
So do you think
LeBron,
KD should have got the MVP?
No, because I think Anthony Davis breaking that record was pretty good. So.
What was the record? I just saw he scored 52, and I was
Will
like,
Chamberlain scored
50, right?
42 and like 68 or something like that. And so he broke Will Chamberlain's record for most points in an All-Star game. So.
Why did DeMarcus? I don't understand why DeMarcus Cousins only played 3 minutes or 2 minutes. That would have nothing to do with the trade.
That really doesn't make sense. I mean, maybe like they were like doing a deal like during the game because it did come out like right after the game.
Yeah, there was the video of DeMarcus Cousins.
I read an article, and DeMarcus Cousins, he's been aching the last couple weeks. He just, I don't know what he injured potentially, but he was saying he was hurt, and he told Steve Kerr to take it easy on him when they're playing.
And the Kings owner said that they had a better deal 2 days ago, but they didn't take it. Yeah, and then this deal came up.
Yeah, it was an Andre Drummond trade. It was with the Pistons.
They didn't take Andre Drummond?
Yeah, they didn't take Andre Drummond, but they take the superstar Buddy Hield.
They got that's what I'm trying to understand about that deal. They literally could have got so much better.
They could have gotten Andre Drummond. They could have gotten a few picks, and there was one other guy on the Pistons. I forget who it was, and just for DeMarcus Cousins. And then,
yeah, but you gotta think there's so much like shit around DeMarcus Cousins. Like he always has like the media around him.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they got nothing. They got
dude.
Buddy Hield, who could be a good player. They got a draft pick for the superstar draft that we're supposed to have, which could end up just being a bunch of flops. And then what else they get? Tyreek Evans, but he's gonna get bought out. Didn't he played for the Kings? Didn't he? And then he left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pretty much, you look at Tyreek Evans. He's had 3 knee surgeries in the past 18 months.
Well,
so already that sucks. Buddy Hield played for 4 years at Oklahoma. What 4-year player in the NBA that came out of college is good? Nobody. Fucking what? Shabazz Napier? Fucking rode LeBron's dick. Like, that guy's an idiot. He just got waived by the fucking Orlando Magic. You got, who else in that deal? You got a couple draft picks. I heard it's a top 3 protected, which is good. But they got nothing out of it. It was terrible. It's the Kings, dude. It's the Kings and the Cleveland Browns. Like, they're perfect. It's ridiculous. They suck. They're never going to be successful.
Even with that pick, I mean, that team's stacked. If they can figure that out, no one's going to stop that team if they can put good supporting cast.
Yep.
You talking about the Pelicans or the Kings?
The Pelicans.
Yeah,
I mean, the Pelicans are going to be fighting for like the 8th seed, and if they get the 8th seed, then they're going to be playing the Warriors in the first round. And I don't think, because the Warriors play small ball, and I don't think that Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins can guard like Clay and Steph and KD. They got too many shooters on the Warriors that they can't keep up with.
Well, the only thing, if I was the GM of the Pelicans now, I'd literally be on the phone trying to get a ton of 3-point shooters and a bunch of defenders. That's all you need now. You have the 2 best big men in the league and 2 best offensive big men in the league. They can both shoot threes. They can both shoot the perimeter. They're both great at blocking shots. And now all you need to get is 3 wing defenders and good 3-point shooters. It's what Orlando did, and Orlando could have won a title back then when they had Dwight Howard.
Yeah.
They have Drew Holiday now, too, the Pelicans. I mean, they got Drew Holiday running the point. I'm not 100% who the two guys are, the forwards, but then you got Cousins at the power, and then Anthony Davis at the center, or vice versa, however they want to play it. But I think has the potential next year to be an even better team.
Who's the coach?
Aren't they both averaging like 20 points and 10 boards a game?
Yeah, 25 and 10.
Yeah. DeMarcus is 28 and 10, and Anthony Davis is 28 and 11.
So their team right now is this hasn't been updated yet.
It's like Duncan and Robertson.
It's Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, Drew Holiday, Dante Montejunas, Tim Frazier, Omir Ashik. I forgot he still played there.
That guy, that's scrub.
Terrence Jones, Dante Cunningham, Solomon Hill, Ejuan Moore, Alexis Ajinka, Czech Diallo, Norris Cole, Quincy Pondexter, Kendrick Perkins. That team is stacked. If you get the right coach, though, that's great. That's a good team. I
was hearing John Calipari could potentially be a target, but he already shot down those rumors because he coached Anthony Davis and DeMarcus Cousins. Yeah, that's why. That'd be nuts. It'd be like a Kentucky reunion down in New Orleans.
Oh, and just to go back, it was every player got at least 19 minutes on the East, except for Paul Millsap, who's played in a shit ton. LeBron actually only got 19, and that was probably because LeBron said to Brad, I've been in this game so many times, give it to the young guys. And the East is just like, oh, well, here's 40 minutes to all these players. I just think Steve Kerr is a shitty coach.
Well, just think of, like, John Wall or somebody, like, also from Kentucky went to the Pelicans.
Well, isn't John Wall on, like, maybe 3 more years on a deal right now, or 4 more years on a deal?
I don't know what his deal is right now.
Huh.
I don't know. I don't think they need I don't think they're going to go after a point guard. I think they're going to go after a shooting guard or a small forward. They need shooters. They need shooters now. That's shooters and defenders. That's all you need now. You have the 2 best centers in the league. You need to get 3 players who can defend the Warriors, because that's the only team other than the Spurs that's going to give you a hard time, because the Clippers have about 2 to 3 years left of actually being good.
I would say a year. But I don't know. I guess we all have our opinions.
I don't even think the Clippers are that good.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good, but I don't think they're really title contention. I think
they're surrounded by too many injuries. Like, Chris Paul's always hurt. Blake Griffin's always hurt. It's terrible.
No, I mean, DeAndre Jordan is not a superstar. He's just an all-star player. I think there's different levels of it. I don't think Blake Griffin's that good. And their supporting cast is good. And honestly, we've had Doc here in Boston. I don't think Doc's that good of a coach. Like, I don't. Matt's looking at me funny, but I really don't think Doc's that good of a coach. I think he's good with talent. But if he was as good, I don't know. I just don't think he's that great of a coach. He's won 1 championship with Pierce, Kevin Garnett.
I mean, but you got to think, Doc had a bunch of people around him in Boston when he won the championship, too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's never... Matt's literally looking at me like I'm an idiot. I mean, I think Doc's a good coach, but I don't think he's this great coach where people are saying he's the next best under Greg Popovich. I don't think that's the truth.
I think he really protects his son a lot too, because they could have traded his son and got somebody better.
Austin Rivers is garbage. He is trash.
He sucks.
He's awful. Absolutely awful. Absolutely awful. So what about Jimmy Butler? Is he staying with the Bulls or is he going?
I don't think the Celtics are going to make a move at all.
I don't think they are either. I think if they do...
I think they're going to wait around until the draft comes around and see what the prospects are looking like, and see like if they can get a good deal or for their pick or not, and see, because I don't know. It just doesn't. I don't know what Danny Ainge is thinking. It's just.
I don't know. I keep thinking Danny Ainge always tries to win the deals, but I mean, he's the reason why I'm okay with standing pat right now is just because I think it's fine. I think the team's fine. I don't think we're gonna win a championship either way. But if you can go out there and you can, I don't know why they didn't go after DeMarcus Cousins, because they definitely could have offered a better deal than that.
So I know why they definitely went after DeMarcus Cousins. I know why they didn't.
Why?
It's a fact. So you look at Doc Rivers, you look at Brad Stevens. Brad Stevens, there's been reports saying that he wouldn't want to coach DeMarcus Cousins with a 10-foot pole. He wouldn't want to coach him. Dude has a very colorful personality. We know DeMarcus off the court. He's nuts. Brad Stevens isn't that kind of guy. You look at Doc Rivers. He brought in Rasheed Wallace. He brought in Jermaine O'Neal, Stephon Marbury. He brought in Marquise Daniels, all these guys with off-court issues. I guarantee you, if Doc Rivers was this head coach, DeMarcus Cousins would have been wearing green.
But you got to think about it this way, too. DeMarcus Cousins is looking at signing an extension, and that's going to be a max deal when he signs that extension.
In what, like 3 years?
No, he wants to sign it this offseason. He wants to sign an extension this offseason. That's what they were going to do with the Kings.
Oh, okay.
And then he's going to try to sign it with the Pelicans. And the Pelicans feel good that they're going to sign him to it, but it's going to be an outrageous deal. It's going to be like it's going to be a max deal, like $200 million or something like that.
I was going to say like $240 million. That's what Anthony Davis is making.
And in order for them to pay DeMarcus and Anthony Davis, they're going to be like out of money.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's going to be there too, so I mean, I don't know, man. Hopefully, they have a plan to.
I don't know. Having two big men at the center of your franchise, I don't think it's a good idea, especially with this whole like different league now. Like big men are like becoming like I don't know, scarce.
Maybe they're reviving a dying breed.
DeMarcus Cousins hit more threes than Buddy Hield this year.
Yeah, see,
well,
that's sad.
Buddy Hield, I don't think Buddy Hield really gets minutes like that.
Buddy Hield sucks.
Well, the Kings, for a long time, I felt like the Kings were just a clusterfuck of like
they still
players.
Are. They're like, the Cleveland Browns.
They had like 4 shooting guards, 2 small forwards, 3 centers. Like it was just they had just clusterfuck, and they're finally maybe doing something. I think it was dumb to get rid of DeMarcus Cousins. I think they really just weren't doing anything. But they that team just needed. I don't know. I'm like getting lost my own thoughts.
I mean, take DeMarcus Cousins away from the Kings, and it's already happened. They still got Willie Cauley-Stein, which he's still pretty good, but he just doesn't like get the big headlines because DeMarcus Cousins was there. Now I think that he's gone. Willie Cauley-Stein's gonna step up and play good.
That's true. He is Willie Cauley-Stein. What is he? The 5th pick in the draft last year, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It's the 5th.
Yeah, I mean, they have talent on that team, and they're trying to get rid of Darren Collins, and I'd literally just, if I was them, I'd just go draft picks, players, draft picks, or what I would do is draft picks and players on expiring contracts, because then you have the opportunity to sign your own team and just try and get a bunch of draft picks, try and trade up in the draft, try and trade for a star player. I mean, I don't get why people think Sacramento's a bad place to play. I know that you don't really have a winning history there, but you're in California.
Well, that's the only.
Yeah, but it's not like a big market, really.
No, it's not.
It's not like a Chicago or New York or LA or Miami.
I don't know. I guess it's just my warm weather preference. Like, I'd love to just go.
Oh yeah, I'd love to play in a place that is like hot most of the time.
I'd play in Sacramento. I'd play in Orlando. I'd play in any of the Texas teams. But back to what I was saying. So Jimmy Butler, is he a Bull? Or is he?
Yeah, he's a Bull. He's a Bull. Now, is he a Bull next season? I don't think so.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know why the Bulls. I mean, I'd love for him to go to the Celtics, but I don't even know why the Bulls are trying to get rid of him. Like,
I mean, they don't have a supporting cast.
I think him and the head coach really clash a lot. I think.
But they just signed Dwayne Wade. They just signed Rondo. Like, that's not. I mean.
Yeah, but you gotta think. How many years does D Wade really have left?
Oh, he was an idiot for leaving Miami. He was such an idiot for leaving
Miami. Rondo doesn't get along.
And how many years does Rondo have left?
Rondo has a year left, but you got to think Rondo got benched a couple weeks ago because he wasn't getting along with Wade or Butler.
Yeah.
Remember that Instagram post?
Yeah.
So you got to think Rondo's not a team player to begin with, so Rondo will be off the Bulls next year. You're gonna have Wade, who's like turning 92, I think, and then you got Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler's not gonna be able to carry the team by himself. They have a shit supporting cast. Jimmy Butler I don't know if he'll want out, but I mean, I think he's going to get traded, and I honestly believe, I'm still going to say it, I think Jimmy Butler will be in a Celtics uniform at the deadline. I really do. I think Danny Ainge is really going to hop on a deal. I feel like he will.
I don't know if I'd rather have Paul George if it was me.
Well, I mean, of course.
If I was making a decision, I'd go after Paul George instead of Jimmy Butler.
I mean,
I'd rather go after Paul George as well.
I'd rather go after Paul George, but if we can get one of the two.
Because I know, we all know who is in Indiana, Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
And he's always been loyal to the Celtics. So he might, you never know, he might cut a deal and be like, go ahead, you guys can have him.
Yeah, I mean, that's true, but I was hearing a lot of, because Paul George, he wants help in Indiana. I mean, he likes Indiana, but he also stated he wants to play on a winning team. I mean, they're the 6th seed right now in the playoffs. I know the Pacers.
Yeah, but you can't get better than 2 seed, and we just keep going up and up on the Cavs.
Yeah,
so.
They're trying to trade for Brook Lopez, apparently, the Pacers. That's what I've heard.
That's just going to put them exactly where they were when they had Roy Hibbert, who was absolute garbage, but somehow managed to play well for, 2 years?
Did you hear about the Celtics being, deeply interested in, I think, who is it, P.J. Tucker or something?
P.J. Tucker.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, P.J. Tucker is a good shooter, and he's a solid defender, but all that does is add depth. That's like to me, that's a piece that you add to a team who is championship ready. That's like one of that's a team player that the Cavs would add or the Warriors add, not someone who the Celtics to me are one player away from contention. Now, my next question for you guys is Jimmy Butler that player?
Yes, 100%.
If the deal gets off, so RJ, if a deal goes off. I know we just said that you don't think it's going to happen. Matt thinks it's going to happen. If a deal does go off and they get Jimmy Butler, 1, who do you think they give up for Jimmy Butler? And 2, does that put them over the top? Does that put them on the same level as the Cavaliers?
Depending on who they give up. If they give up Avery Bradley, then I don't think so, because Avery Bradley is an outstanding 2. His game has grown so much. And he's right at the spot where he's going to be good. And if we give him away, I don't think that the Celtics are going to be anywhere close to winning a championship. Because Marcus Smart is not a good 2.
Alrighty, so my take on this, I was going back and forth with some idiot on Facebook yesterday about how he thought Avery Bradley was better just in general than Jimmy Butler. I don't know what he was taking. He must have been on something. Whatever. Some loser. I have no idea. Like I said, he was trying to tell me AB was better than Jimmy Butler. You look at every single category. Jimmy Butler is a pure scorer. Is a great defender. He can rebound. He can pass the ball. You throw that at the 2. You got IT at the 1. You got Jimmy Butler at the 2. You got Jay Crowder at the 3. Horford at the 4, and who knows at the 5. I mean, it's usually Amir Johnson, but we'll see.
So what about this? What if you give up? Instead of, how everyone's saying, what if the deal is Butler for
Avery Bradley? That's
Rozier,
yeah,
Crowder, and say Jerebko, or it's Rozier and Crowder, you'll say, and a future Nets pick or the Nets pick for this year.
Rozier, Crowder.
Do you put Butler at the 3, which is what I'd prefer to do? I'd put Butler at the 3, and I'd have AB still at the 2, because the Celtics, I don't see what makes me not think the Celtics are going to deal Avery Bradley is last year, I feel like they saw they needed Avery Bradley to win that playoff series against the Hawks, and that's really the reason why they didn't win, which is why they haven't rushed him back, which is why he's missed almost half the season so far, because they're really taking his time with him. Because Avery Bradley showed in the beginning of the season that his offense has extremely improved. I think he's the best first quarter player in the entire league. I know that's really a wild thing to say, but he literally can't miss in the first quarter. He makes his first 6 shots every single game. He improved his off-the-dribble shooting. He improved his off-the-dribble attack to the basket. And his defense has always been great. So, I mean, if you can keep him, add Jimmy Butler. I like Crowder, but Crowder to me is a bench player. He's not really a starter. Then I think you win that deal. But I'm also not sure that the Bulls are going to be ready to make that deal. I think they're going to want, Crowder, Smart, and a pick. I think that's why the deal has been made. I think that's why it wasn't made last year, because they want Crowder and Smart, and a lot of people are really high on Smart because he's such a young talent and he's such a defensive genius, but he's a terrible shooter.
Yeah. Well, who are the upcoming free agents after the season? Are there any big names?
Only one I'm gonna look it up. I'll look it up for us. But the only one I can think of is Kevin Durant, obviously.
Yeah, he'll opt out of that, and then his pussy ass will probably re-sign with the fucking Golden State Warriors.
But I think everyone on Golden State is a free agent.
Yeah, I think I know for sure. I think Clay is.
Clay is Steph is a free agent. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, Kevin so Durant this is who it is. It says LeBron could be an unrestricted free agent, didn't he? I think so.
Yeah.
Andre Iguodala, they're probably just going to let walk. And actually, Andre Iguodala's at the point of his career, he'd probably take less money to re-sign. JJ Redick is one. Dwayne Wade has the player option. Honestly, I could see him leaving and trying to play with LeBron before the end of his career. Gordon Hayward, who's a big one for the Celtics. Paul Millsap, he'll probably re-sign. Kyle Lowry, I can't see him leaving Toronto. Chris Paul, I can't see him leaving LA. Blake Griffin, I could see him going elsewhere. Kevin Durant and Steph Curry. So they have two, but I think I could have sworn that Draymond Green is also a free agent, but he's going to want to be paid.
No, Draymond just signed a 5-year deal this past summer.
Oh, okay.
So there you go. Or no, it might be 4 years.
I don't think the Warriors are going to have enough money to pay all them people.
No way.
Well, see, here's my thing. If they win a title, then they probably can get everyone on a pay cut.
Unless they pull New England Patriots and everybody takes pay cuts, then it might be a possibility.
Yeah. That's how you win championships.
If you win a title, I mean, LeBron did it.
Yeah,
if you win a title, then they'll probably take a pay cut. But I don't know. See, Steph and Durant's made his money, regardless. Durant's been a star longer, but Steph is a superstar now.
And he's making not even star money.
He's not even making star money, exactly. I mean, but it's his time to make superstar money. So I think he's not going to go for anything less. So I think they're going to have to let go of probably Draymond or Clay, and I think it's going to be Clay.
I think it'll be Clay too.
I think Clay will walk anyways.
I could see that. I could see him walking.
Speaking about Chris Paul from 2 minutes ago, when you were reading that list, I was hearing a lot of Chris Paul potentially to the Pelicans. I don't know where they're going to get that money, but I was reading articles last night saying that it's very possible that he plays with Cousins and Davis, and that would be a great big three right there. That would definitely
think about it this way. There's been a lot of talks for like the past couple years. Let's see. Blake Griffin's about to probably leave LA. You got Carmelo having issues in New York. You got LeBron being an unrestricted free agent. You got Chris Paul, who could definitely leave, or LeBron and Carmelo could definitely go to LA and bring D Wade, and then you got those 4 players in LA.
I don't think LeBron's got.
Yeah, LeBron's not leaving
Cleveland anymore.
But they all said that they would all take a pay cut to play together.
That's true. They do want to play LeBron.
They said by the end of their careers, though, and I don't really think they're. I mean, I'd say
other than LeBron, I can see most of them at the end of their careers.
I think D Wade and Carmelo are both at the end of their careers, really, because Carmelo doesn't have anything left in the tank, really.
I wouldn't say he's at the end of his career. I think Melo. I think he'll play somewhere else.
I think Melo needs a new team and to be rejuvenated. He needs a change of scenery. Melo is a player like Paul Pierce, who all of a sudden Paul Pierce just fell off the wagon the last 2 years.
It's like Tracy McGrady.
But Melo never relied on his explosiveness as much. He was never like an explosive player, like a center and a really athletic player. He's always been a shooter, and that's what Paul Pierce was, and that's why Carmelo's been able to like stay pristine for so long, because his shot doesn't leave. As long as he stays in quality shape, he's going to get his shots off. He's going to make his shots, and that's why he stayed so good. Where Carmelo goes, I have no idea.
I don't know. Clippers, you never know. I mean, you re-sign Blake Griffin, you re-sign Chris Paul, you grab Carmelo, you don't re-sign J.J. Redick and a couple other guys. There's always been talks Melo and Chris Paul want to play with each other. I could see that happening. I could see Melo and playing for the Clips. Why not?
I really don't see Blake Griffin leaving. No, I mean, I see Blake Griffin leaving. I see him leaving. I see Blake
Griffin going to the Thunder, if anything.
Thunder with Westbrook?
Thunder with Westbrook and Griffin. I see it 100%. I think Blake Griffin needs a change of scenery himself. I mean, he gets injured every year. He needs a lot of these guys need a change of scenery. This offseason is going to be nuts. I'll tell you that.
So what about, let's see, who else do we have on the block so far that we've talked about? Who do you think is least, if the Celtics, we'll just keep going with the Celtics because they have so many pieces. If the Celtics are to make a small move, and it's for something like P.J. Tucker, what do you think that kind of move should be, and for who? Matt, you can go first.
I see the Celtics getting rid of expiring contracts like Amir Johnson, Jonas Jerebko, or Kelly Olynyk. Hopefully Kelly Olynyk. I hate that guy. I mean, I do see the Celtics making a trade, who knows if it's for a superstar or not. I'm hearing a lot of Andrew Bogut, so we need rim protecting. Celtics suck at rebounding, so I wouldn't mind giving up Olynyk and a pick for Andrew Bogut for the rest of the year.
I won't even give up a pick.
I've heard.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving up a pick, dude. We got like.
I wouldn't give up a pick for Andrew Bogut. Andrew Bogut's like, what, 32 now?
Well, Horford does not want to play center. And I would love to put Bogut and Horford at the 4 and the 5 because
he's a power forward.
Horford is a power forward. He was a power forward in Atlanta to begin with, and then they moved him to the center position.
Yeah, dude,
that's where he wants to be at the power forward.
As long as Bogut can stay healthy, he's 7 feet. He's like 275, 285 pounds. You get that big presence down there. Dude probably has fucking horrific body odor. No one probably wants to be around him, and he just gets a bunch of rebounds, not even points. We got Isaiah Thomas, we got Al Horford, we have hopefully Avery Bradley when he comes back. I mean, who knows? We could get another shooter at the deadline. We could get more than one player.
Isn't Andrew Bogut in Dallas?
Yeah, but he doesn't really play a lot.
He doesn't play too much, but we need a rim protector. The Celtics suck at rebounding. That's a big reason I think why they lost against Atlanta last year.
I'd actually be happy if they did nothing but get Andrew Bogut.
I mean, I'd be fine with Andrew Bogut. I mean, it wouldn't really bother me as long as we don't sign him for $12 million a year next season.
I don't think they're going to do that.
I mean, but Andrews even said he doesn't want to rent any players. He wants a superstar. He wants someone long term. But if we can get like just a rim protector, even what's his name from the Bucks,
Larry Sanders.
If we could get him.
Well, I do think it's good that Brad Stevens was the head coach for the All-Star game because he's building relationships with the superstars and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I was thinking the same thing.
Mm-hmm. That's how I'm talking. If you look at the All-Star picture, the official photo for the East, Isaiah Thomas, Paul George, and Jimmy Butler are in like a little triangle right there at the end of the picture. It's pretty funny. They like circled it. They might have none of those Facebook memes.
So RJ, me and Matt every year, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but me and Matt every year, we obviously for the last couple of years have had the Celtics gone haywire with the trade deadlines. You know, everyone's talking about it. It's always constantly rumors, but nothing ever happens. So what's it like down in Virginia with the Washington Wizards? Is there tons of rumors, or is it just kind of stand pat? Last year, I bet it was pretty big because Kevin Durant, everyone thought he was going to go there. But
yeah, I mean it was pretty big last offseason, but there's really no talks of like getting anybody because I mean the Wizards are pretty much set. I mean they got a good 1 and 2. Bogut, Gortat is
solid 5.
He's decent, and then you got Markieff Morris, who's pretty good. Otto Porter's the best 3-point shooter in the league right now. And other than that, I mean...
See, everyone says this. Everyone says that the Eastern Conference is going to be... People think, at least down here, that they go, the Celtics are going to win the first round, they're going to get to the second round, they're going to lose to Washington in a good series, or they're going to lose to Toronto. Now, Toronto getting Serge Ibaka, I think, put them over the Celtics, which is why I think the Celtics need to get a player like Gortat. I mean, not Gortat, like Bogut, or they need to get a superstar. But for some reason, I don't have faith in the Washington Wizards. I see the Washington Wizards probably getting ousted in the first round. I don't know what it is. They have a good coach and they have a good team, but it's just, I from my perspective, yes, they've beaten the Celtics. Yes, they've won a lot of games, but I don't see any faith in them. I think they're trash.
You got to look at it this way. Here, let's see. You had we're just going to go across Washington's forts. You had the Wizards. It's a good team. They're probably going to choke in the playoffs. You had the Capitals last year. The Capitals had the best record, best team, best record, best everything in the league. Choked in the playoffs. You had the Redskins. Had to win and get in 2 games this season. Choked. It's just it's a common thing. The Nationals. They were a damn good team last season. Fucking choked. I mean, it's just a reoccurring thing in Washington sports. Like we have heartbreak after heartbreak year after year here. So it's not like Boston where you get a championship every year, 2 championships a year.
And that's what I was just about to ask you. So like me and Matt, obviously, when we live in Boston, we have we really take it for granted. And that's because, ever since we were little, like, we've just had championship after championship.
We've had 10 championships.
10 championships. I'm 20 years old, and I've had 10 championships. Yep. That's half my life.
Yeah, five Patriots Super Bowls. We've had 3 Red Sox World Series, an NBA Finals, and we've had a Stanley Cup. So, I mean,
it's nice. Like, everyone's been a contender. When I first started watching basketball, the Celtics won the the Celtics, to me, should have won probably 3 championships in the Big 3 era, but injuries prevented that. Yep. The Red Sox have been good. I remember watching the Red Sox when I was a little kid. The Patriots have been good forever. It's like you just kind of expect it. Like I was listening to something and they were like, "Oh, the radio, the parade. Oh yeah, we're gonna go the same spot." But what I don't think people really understand is, and RJ, you can talk about it, is that can just stop. Like literally, Tom Brady could tomorrow, knock on wood, tear his ACL, be out for the season. You know, everyone, all our winning teams, like right now the Celtics are good too. Right now the Bruins are on a tear after they fired Claude Julien. You know, like that all could just stop. They could and we could be done. And we don't know how to handle it. So RJ, not to make it sound bad, but what's it like to like be in a city that doesn't contend all the time? Like rooting for your sports. What do you look for when you're like, oh well, I mean nothing's gonna happen this year. My team sucks.
I mean, I always think like positive, and I always think like the Redskins are gonna like win at least 10 games to make the playoffs and everything, but it just doesn't come out that way every year. I always just think positive and think for the best and think that like they're at least gonna make like the conference championship game or like the Eastern Conference Finals or something like that, you know. It's just you just gotta think you hope for the best.
Yeah, so Matt, I just had a question I wanted to ask both of you. Now I'm drawing a blank. Oh my God, I'm drawing such a blank. How are the Reds? How are the what's? Oh, you know what it is like the wasted potential. Because I mean, RJ, I know I talked to you all like football season long. The Redskins have a pretty good. I mean, Matt, they have a good team, don't they? Like talent wise.
Offensively, yeah. Defensively, they're weak. That's what they need to improve on. RJ said the same thing.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not the offense. It's totally on the defense. Because
but I mean, dude, you got to agree with me on this one. Kirk Cousins can't be throwing late interceptions in a game. So I mean, I put it on him too.
Oh yeah. I mean, but that all comes down to the defense doesn't get stops, and when the offense gives up like turnovers like that and puts our bad defense back on the field, and they're already tired because they were just out there. So of course we're just gonna get run down because it's just Kirk Cousins continuously throwing picks, and the defense, the tired, horrible defense, just gets thrown back out on the field and just get trashed. Because that game against the Giants, those two picks. Well, the first one, the DRC, the receiver fell down and he just jumped the route. And then the second one was like a lollygag ball across the middle.
Yeah,
and
that was picked.
DRC just made a good play on the ball. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough to talk about the Redskins. I mean, they need, of course, they need defense, but I mean, even just watching them play, I mean, I feel like Kirk Cousins really doesn't throw that many picks. He just throws picks when he shouldn't be throwing picks. You know what I mean?
He just throws me
yeah,
all the time.
He like chokes in like crucial times.
I was gonna say, and
sucks.
you can't do that.
Because
As a quarterback,
he's an outstanding quarterback, but he at like crucial moments in games and points in the season where he should be making mistakes, he makes the mistakes.
100%, dude. He's a great quarterback the first 3 quarters. The fourth quarter, he fucking just blows sometimes. But I mean, other times he's great.
This is my ideal thing for like the Redskins, because let's see, the offense is good, but I think we got 3 free agents on our offense. We got
Deshaun Jackson.
We got Kirk, Deshaun, and Pierre.
I was gonna say those are your main 3 guys anyway.
And we need to sign Kirk to. I mean, I don't want to give him the franchise tag, because if we give him the franchise tag, we're going to be overpaying for him. If we sign him to a long-term deal, it's going to be significantly less.
And money could be spread out over time.
And then we can put money into other places. We can sign Deshaun, we can sign Pierre, and then we can switch the focus to the defensive side of the ball. I know that the Redskins are looking at Dante Hightower, and there's another Patriot. I think I don't want to mess up his name.
Artuvius Mingo?
He's a D tackle.
He's a D tackle?
Jabal Sheard, I think his name is.
Yeah, Jabal Sheard.
Patriots?
Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty good.
They're looking at them, and then also Eric Berry has already said, this is a stretch, but Eric Berry said that he told the Chiefs that he's not playing under a franchise tag again, and I think if they do franchise tag him, he will not sign that franchise tag.
Yeah,
and I think that the Redskins are hoping that happens and that the Redskins will try to get him, and I think that would be an awesome piece for the secondary because that's where we have most of our problems.
What, at the safety?
What?
I said they have issues at safety. I thought, why did I think they had Deshaun Goldson? Am I just blanking out?
Yeah, we do, and we have David Bruton from the Broncos, who won the Super Bowl with the Broncos, and we have D'Angelo Hall, who plays safety, but he's coming off an ACL injury.
Okay.
And then we got of course we got Josh Norman, we got Bashad Breeland, who's actually stepped up since Josh Norman got there. And then we got Ryan Kerrigan coming off the edge, Trent Murphy, Preston Smith coming off the edge as well. And then, we just need like interior defensive linemen, and we need a good middle linebacker and a safety, and maybe one more corner. And I think our defense would be good. But there's a lot that needs to be done, and a lot of money needs to be spent. We only have $60 million in cap space, so
yeah. Patriots have $65 million cap space this year. I know that. So hopefully, like I said, I want the Patriots to obviously get Hightower back. I know you want him. So
yeah.
I want to see Hightower resign. I want to see Butler resign to a long-term deal. I've said it before. I want to see Michael Floyd. I know he's serving his jail sentence right now, but I want to see the Patriots sign him to dirt money because no one else is going to want him. We were the only team to claim him back after he got arrested. You got Michael Floyd. I want to see Marty Bennett. I want him to be resigned because I don't trust Gronk at all right now. You know?
Yeah. Would you rather have Gronk or Bennett at this point? Because Gronk gets hurt year after year.
I'm still going to go with my gut and say Gronk because Gronk, he tore his ACL, and then the next year he played every single game and won a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, Gronk could have had just one of his injury years this year, and who knows, Gronk could put up, 1,000 yards, 70 catches, and 8 touchdowns. Gronk could have a good year, you know what I mean? So, we'll see.
So, obviously, the main reason why we're right now, RJ's from Virginia, and he's a Redskins fan, and me and Matt are from Boston, and we're lucky enough to be from Boston and support all the Boston sports.
Fuck yeah.
And that's where we get the Tale of Two Cities name. So that's mainly why we're talking about these two teams, but that isn't going to stop us from breaking into other teams, obviously, with our knowledge. But so Matt and RJ, you guys know way more about football than I do because, I really just got into it the last couple of years with fantasy and then really getting into it. So, RJ, if you could sign one player, and Matt, if you could sign one player, who would you want on the Patriots, and who would you? If you were actually, how about this? If you were the Redskins, who would you sign? And RJ, if you were the Patriots, who would you sign? Matt, you go first.
Jesus Christ. Are you talking like a realistic player, or just like
someone who's on the market now?
Oh, someone that's okay. So just like a priority type thing, like what they need.
Mm-hmm.
I would want to re-sign Kirk Cousins to a long-term deal, spread out the money, and go from there. You need a quarterback. He's been a good quarterback the first 3 quarters, and then you go from there and you sign whoever you need with defense because that's what they do need. So I'd go Kirk Cousins long-term.
RJ, who would you sign for the Patriots?
Definitely Dante Hightower. He practically made the play that won y'all, that turned around and made y'all win the Super Bowl. There was a couple of other things that needed to happen, but overall, it was Dante Hightower who made that strip sack fumble that changed the whole game that made y'all win.
So, RJ, you know hockey also better than me and Matt.
Jeez, I stay away from the Bruins.
Yeah, hockey. How are the Capitals doing? I guess because we'll touch on every sport in our first podcast. So how are the
hottest team in the NHL right now? They just dropped the last 2 games, but they had the All-Star break and they were off for almost a week and a half, and then they had to come back. But before they were the hottest team. I think they had 10 straight home games where they scored 5 or 6 goals in every game. So, and I think they have the best record. I think right now. But I think they're going to be on a little slump because of that break, and they just have to get back in the rhythm of doing the stuff again. So
you know what I think is crazy? I don't actually know most of the other NHL. I know obviously the names of the teams. I know a majority of the quality players. I don't actually know what the standings are for the NHL, but I know since the Bruins fired Claude Julien, they've won 5 straight games.
Yeah, they're 5-0.
5-0, and good wins. I mean, last night with the Sharks, they won in overtime off a Marchand goal. I watched that game, but I don't know if it's just because they fired Claude, and I know you're really not gonna know, but it's just like a little brain tease with me. Maybe Claude really just wasn't that good of a coach.
No, he was a terrible coach.
Oh, I'm hearing Claude. No, I mean, I wouldn't say he's a terrible coach, man. He coached the Bruins. I mean, you know I'm not a hockey guy, but he coached the Bruins for, 10 years? Got fired.
Best coach in Bruins history.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. He won a Stanley Cup in 2011. I wouldn't say he's a terrible coach. He's a defensive-minded coach because I'm hearing – I don't even know our new coach's name. That's my hockey knowledge. But he's an offensive-minded coach. Either. He's an offensive-minded coach, and he plays at a faster pace. And when you got Bergeron, Marchand, what's that guy's name? Pasternak. You got that guy. I guess he's one of I think he might be the leading goal scorer in the NHL right now. Maybe second place now. I have no idea. But I mean, these guys are all scorers. Bergeron, those two guys.
I mean, you guys got good players. I mean, I think what the hell's your goalie name? What is it? Tuukka Rask, I think it is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then do you guys still have what is his name? Zdeno Chara?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, but he's old now.
He's old as shit. I hope we get rid of him soon.
He's been playing well. He's got a couple years left. I know they've been playing different hockey. I know the defensemen have been getting up with the offense. At least I guess that's how you describe it in hockey. We'll try and expand our hockey knowledge.
Yeah, well, we know the Bruins, they're doing well right now, but they fucking blow. The Capitals seems like they're doing very well, so good for that one.
Yeah, the Capitals do well every season, and then get to the playoffs.
Yeah, they're the LA,
lose in the second round.
Yeah, they're the LA Clippers of the hockey. I mean, it's whatever. But RJ, I got one for you.
What's up?
Where's Bryce Harper going to be after next year?
Okay, now we're going to baseball.
Definitely not with the Nationals.
So where do you think? I'll tell you what I think. I mean, we might think the same thing, but I know exactly where I think he's going.
I know what you're probably thinking. You're probably thinking Sox.
Oh, no. I wish, but no. That's not going to happen. I think Manny Machado might have a chance for the Sox, but, that's a whole other topic.
I really don't know who has the money for Bryce Harper because what he's asking is just outrageous.
What two teams in baseball just overpay players? What are the two teams that come to mind? That just seems like they have an unlimited amount of money.
Well, the Yankees.
Yes, that's one. What's the second one? I'll tell you. Clayton Kershaw plays for them.
Oh, you talking about the Dodgers?
Yeah, I mean, do you have a prediction of where Bryce might play next year? If not Nationals?
Where I'd like to see Bryce go, and I think it'd be good, would be the Angels.
Okay, with Trout? You think that would
you'd have Trout and Harper in the outfield, and I think that would be awesome.
No, that'd be cool. That'd be cool to see. But do you think they'd get along and everything?
Yeah, I think they would.
Yeah, because we know Bryce Harper. He's just kind of like DeMarcus Cousins. He's a very colorful personality.
Yeah, and he just said this the other day that he knows exactly why he had his slump last season, but he won't say what it is.
I don't know, man.
Which is kind of weird.
I don't know if I believe something like that. I feel like that's just Bryce Harper being the cocky asshole that he is.
I don't know, and he's a one-track minded kind of hitter. It's like pitchers finally found a way to pitch, they strike him out. They just hit the outside corner, the outside edge, and he's just done because he cannot get out there and hit the ball.
Yeah.
I watched countless games where he was up to bat in crucial situations, and pitchers just fucking targeted that zone, and he was out every time.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you, I believe Bryce Harper will be a Yankee after next year, 100%. I do. He's always been. I'm hearing he's been a Yankee fan his whole life. He's loved the Yankees. And just I don't know. Yankees. It seems like these teams. Some of them have unlimited money to spend, I don't know where they get this money. They got Gary Sanchez in that lineup, which is filthy. And then you got Bryce Harper. I mean, doesn't really get any better than that. That Yankees team, dude. I mean, I wouldn't doubt World Playoff contention in the next, I'd say, if they get Harper that next season, that new season starting up with Harper, if he's a Yankee, I don't know. I just think it's unreal if the Yankees got Harper for.
I mean, yeah, I'd like to see Bryce Harper stay with the Nationals because the Nationals do have a good team.
Oh, they do.
I mean,
Strasburg, Scherzer, you got everybody.
Yeah, we got Strasburg, Scherzer, Daniel Murphy. We got that young kid Trey Turner who's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he seems pretty good.
What
position is he again?
We got Jason Worth, old ass.
What about Trey? What position is he?
He plays pretty much everything for them. He plays outfield.
Yeah,
he plays short.
He's like a Brock Holt. He's like utility.
Yeah.
He's cool. I like that guy.
So,
yeah, we'll see.
Who won the World Series last year? I have no baseball.
The Cubs.
So.
The Cubs. They broke the curse.
Cubs.
Broke the curse.
Yeah.
Were they down 3-1?
The Cubs?
Yeah, were they down?
They were down 3-1.
So just like the Warriors.
Yeah, just like the Warriors, but they don't make fun of the Indians for it.
They do.
Yeah, they did a little bit right after, but they don't continue it.
No, it's not. I mean,
that World Series Game 7 was ridiculous.
Yeah, that World Series, that World Series in general was ridiculous, but that Game 7 was that was something like I've never seen before. There's been a lot of good sports games this whole past year, but that Game 7 World Series, obviously
Game 7 finals.
Yeah, finals Game 7. You got the Patriots game. You got the
NCAA championship.
Yeah, that was
basketball.
a crazy ending. Yep, that was crazy. I mean, it's just been a crazy year. I don't know if we're ever going to see a year like it again.
Yeah, I know you guys probably have no interest in this, but NASCAR, I don't even know if you guys even know anything about NASCAR.
Not really. I mean, I honestly go on YouTube sometimes and just watch like Tony Stewart videos, but that's about it. I really don't know much about it.
Yeah, Dale Earnhart's coming back. Well, not Dale Earnhart. Dale
Jeff
Earnhart
Gordon?
Jr. Jeff Gordon retired.
Oh,
so I know we're talking about sports, but Twitter is blowing up about the Celtics right now.
About what? I didn't see that on my phone number.
Isaiah Thomas tweeted emojis, just like he did right before they signed Horford. I'm gonna go check it out right now. You guys come back to baseball.
Oh wow, that's nice. RJ, I would look at my phone, but you're fucking on it right now.
Let's see. Look at this Isaiah.
But yeah.
That would be if they actually got a deal, and it's like I could be happy and I could be mad about the deal at the same time because if they give up like Avery Bradley, because I really like Avery Bradley, and
Isn't
if they
he turning 28, dude?
If they give up like Jay Crowder, I'll be upset about that too because I like Jay Crowder too.
Yeah, but you got to think, dude. You got to get a star, man. You need someone next to IT.
Yeah, I know.
You definitely need someone next to IT.
Yeah, I don't see. I don't know. Unless Isaiah is just trolling everybody, I don't see why he'd make those eyes. I mean, he did that right before they signed Horford, and Isaiah is the guy that everything goes through now. Like Rozier, it's 17 minutes ago. Danny Ainge has just told Isaiah Thomas that Terry Rozier is indeed available for a trade.
I'd get rid of Rozier in a heartbeat if we could get a Butler or something.
I would be fine with getting rid of Rozier. Yeah, even though he's an outstanding player, and I think he's gonna be good once he develops a little bit more.
Yeah, I agree with that definitely.
Brad Stevens also currently leads coaching of the year by like a large margin.
That's awesome. Brad Stevens deserves it. He's been a great coach for the Celtics for the last 3 years.
I like Brad Stevens.
You go from what, like 24 wins to 30, or no, like from 24 to like maybe 41 or something. Now you're upwards probably gonna hit 50. You know what I mean? Probably up to 50 wins. Like that's awesome.
Yeah, just to make it clear to everybody, I am a Boston Celtics fan, even though I do live in Virginia. I've been a Celtics fan since 2006, so I talked about the Wizards earlier, but I still root for the hometown team, of course. But still, I'm a Celtics fan forever. So.
I know a majority of people who will listen to this have a bad rep about us Boston fans. I'm going to say it right now. Matt is much more of that kind of Boston fan than anybody else.
Oh yeah, you people haven't even heard me yet. You haven't even heard me.
But
we will kiss the rings, baby.
We will talk about every single team. We'll talk about every kind of team's needs, whatever we kind of get into. I mean, honestly, this podcast is really going to be us talking about absolutely everything. So, RJ, we've been on the phone and talking for about an hour, so I say we call it for this first one.
Yeah.
Unless something happens with the Celtics.
Yeah.
In which case, maybe we'll pick it right back up and stay up all night and talk or some shit. So, all right, RJ, we will talk to you very soon for our next podcast.
Hey, and I'm warning you people, once Patriot season comes around, you better put some earplugs in. You don't want to hear me.
Warriors with a 3-1 lead.
All right, see you, RJ.
See ya.
What if it didn't record?